With the release of KAFKA nearing us soon, I thought to myself, why not talk about Sampo and how to build him, since he will synergize great with KAFKA and most of you will run either him or Luca. First, let's talk about his abilities and talents, since they are quite important for his kit. Starting off with his talent. Sampo's talent makes it so Sampo's attacks have a 65% base chance to inflict wind shear for 3 turns. The wind shear can stack up to 5 times. This is very good, because it makes so every attack he does, he has a chance to apply a wind shear. For example, with his basic attack, he hits 3 times, so he has a 65% base chance to inflict the wind shear for 3 times. Same goes with his skill, only that it hits 5 times this time. His ultimate is very good, since it has a 100% base chance to increase the target's DOT taken by for 2 turns, depending on your level on that trace. This is really good, because it synergizes great with every DOT and upcoming DOT character. It basically makes so DOT that are applied on enemies, the enemies will just take more damage in the end, which is really good. Next, his technique. His technique is quite situational, but what it basically does is that he throws a flashbang, and there is a 100% fixed chance to delay all enemies' action by 25%. So the action bar in the fights, every time he throws the flashbang, the enemy's action gets delayed by 25%. Moving on to his traces. His talent and ult is what you should prioritize first, since they affect the DOT damage the most. His skill and the basic attack doesn't affect his DOT damage, so you can level up if you want, or you can just leave it. His first big trace extends the duration of wind shear caused by talent by 1 turn. It extends from 3 turns to 4 turns. His second big trace makes it so when he uses his ultimate, he additionally regenerates 10 energy. And for the last big trace, enemies with wind shear effect deal 15% less damage to Sampo, which is good because it makes him more tanky when enemies have wind shear applied. He gets 18% effect hit rate from his traces, which makes life easier for you. Next, his relics and best sets. His best sets will probably be the Eagle of Twilight, since the 4-piece makes it so that every time you use your ultimate, he advances forward 25%, and this makes it so you get more turns and in the end more damage, so it's really good. You can also run Eagle of Twilight with the Musketeer set and mix and match like I have done, since Sampo scales with attack, so 12% attack is really good. Now you can also run the new Hackerspace set, which gives you 6% extra speed, and this can be good if you want to reach your next speed breakpoint and you don't have enough speed on your substats. You can also run actually 4-piece Musketeer. Moving on to his main stats. For his body, ignore this, he's supposed to have this attack percentage. You can either run attack percentage body, or you can run effect hit rate body if you really need more effect hit rate. On his boots, this shouldn't be on him. I would rather run speed. You can actually run attack percentage, but I would rather run speed. For his orb, he wants wind damage boost. For his link rope, he wants attack percentage, or you can also run break effect on him, since he breaks enemies' shield really fast because he's multiple times, so you can also run break effect if you want. For his 2-piece set, I run Space Healing Station, and you can also run the Pan-Galactic set, which increases his effect hit rate by 10% and increases also damage here. What substats does the Sampo need? He usually wants to get effect hit rate, attack percentage, and speed. He doesn't want crit damage or crit rate. He doesn't scale with that. You need about 67% effect hit rate, since that is what it takes to guarantee his ultimate. You can go for more. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go for more. So what are the best Lightcones for Sampo? Sampo's Lightcone, Eyes of the Prey, is my favorite one. It got some valuable stats that Sampo really likes and makes it easy for you to build effect hit rate. But if you would talk in terms of damage, Good Night Sleep Well gives you the most damage output. Wet Lightcone is also good. While I don't like it as much as the other 2 previous options, it's still good because it's a 5-star with good base attack and boost damage. It also gives you 18% effect hit rate on Sampo's skill, so that's nice. And last, the FTP option Fermata is decent and is good enough. Plus, it's easy to get to S5 through either random drops in Echo of Wars or buying it through Forgotten Hall store. 2 is Eidolons, starting with E1. His E1 is very good since he goes from hitting 5 times to hitting 6 times with his skill. This also comes with a little nice 6 extra energy since he hits 1 more time. E2 is alright. Note that you don't need to kill with Wind Shear, you just need to have it applied on the enemies when they die. But 1 extra Wind Shear stacks, I guess it's okay. E3, not really much to talk about, it's just a bad talent upgrade. E4 is probably one of his best one. It's basically a preview of how KAFKA will work. When he uses his E, the Wind Shear that is applied on the enemies will trigger Wind Shear DOT for every hit he hits. This is mainly a nice boost against the single target boss. E5 is the good talent upgrades that will boost your DOT damage, and his E6 is just a nice Wind Shear damage boost. But do you need his Eidolons? I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say that you need them, but it's of course nice if you can't get them since it's just more damage. I hope you enjoyed and found this video to good use, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Thanks and have a great day, bye.